gentlemen, I'm going to compare Acqua Di Gio Profumo with its 2023 replacement Acqua Di Gio Parfum. I'm going to see if these two smell exactly the same or if there are some slight differences between the two. Let's not waste any more time and let's begin. Let's spray the original Profumo here on my left arm and let's spray the new Parfum on my right arm here. So if you don't know already, Acqua Di Gio Profumo, it's going to be a fresh, clean, citrusy, aquatic fragrance with a slight dark incense feeling to it in the base with a very mild patchouli, giving it some slight depth and complexity with the incense at the base. And what Giorgio Armani has done with the Parfum is almost exactly the same, to be honest. These two smell almost identical. The premise of the new Parfum is exactly the same. It's a fresh, clean, citrusy, aquatic fragrance with some slight dark depth to it in the base. But based on the notes listed on various websites, the only difference between these two fragrances, note-wise, is that Profumo uses patchouli and incense at the base, while Parfum uses patchouli and olibanum at the base. But I still think that these two smell almost the same. The only differences that I pick up on the two fragrances here is that Profumo smells just a little bit denser, thicker, and slightly stronger. But I think that Parfum smells just a little bit more metallic. But other than these two very minor differences, these two smell almost exactly the same. Let's move over to performance and longevity. Profumo lasts between 8 to 10 hours on my skin, and so does Acqua Di Gio Parfum. I've tested this out various of times. Before I got this 15 ml bottle, I've used sample after sample after sample, but the boring answer is going to be that these two, on my skin at least, last exactly the same amount of hours. Let's move over to projection and sillage next, and I'm once again going to give you the boring answer. These two project almost exactly the same. Projection is around half a meter in the first hour of wearing with a nice scent bubble around yourself, and sillage is not the best in the world, but very few times some people might get a mild whiff of what you're wearing, and the complement factor of the two fragrances is fairly high. The very minor difference is that Profumo has just a little more dense scent bubble in the first half an hour to an hour or so. Meanwhile, Parfum's scent bubble that I get is not as strong, but is very similar. So once again, these two go head to head with each other. So I'm going to give you my final opinions and ratings of the two fragrances here. So after some slightly boring answers to you, these two fragrances not only smell almost identical to each other, have the identical longevity and performance and projection and sillage on my skin. I just think that Profumo is just a tiny bit denser, stronger, and slightly more complex and smoky than Parfum. But I still think that Parfum is an amazing pickup if you can get it for a decent price. I think both of these are spectacular fragrances from Giorgio Armani. I have given Acqua Di Gio Profumo previously an 8.9 out of 10 minutes improvement rating, but I'm going to give Acqua Di Gio Parfum an 8.8 out of 10 minutes improvement rating. And the reason being is that Profumo is just slightly denser, but otherwise both incredible fragrances for spring and summer and possibly as a signature scent. I just like both of these fragrances, but I think Profumo is just a tiny bit better, but I can still highly recommend Acqua Di Gio Parfum. Gentlemen, did you like my comparison between Acqua Di Gio Profumo and Acqua Di Gio Parfum? And leave it a like and comment down below which one of these you prefer, or if you like them just as much as each other. Subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrances, grooming, style, fashion, skincare, fitness, watches, lifestyle, everything that will make you the best possible versions of yourselves. The last few things I want to ask you is to smile more because it's free. I want you to watch these two videos right here. This one here below is going to be my latest upload, whereas this one up here is going to be a video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you will enjoy.